to come back and get an agreement. But, you know, the city of East Palo Alto has neglected Parks and Rec. It's neglected community services as long as I've been here. This is again the Bell Street Park. It's the Bell Street pool. It's the Bell Street gym, and this is us putting a small amount of money from our budget, significantly less than 1%, into providing community services. And I think my point is we can get an agreement up to $300,000, and we can see what those options are. Maybe we don't choose to go up to $300,000, but we should at least be considering these options. We have money, and it's part of our strategic priorities. It's in the park report, and I think we should do it. So I would just like to have a vote on this.
Just for the record, I mean, to say that the city of East Palo Alto has neglected its recreation facilities, its programs, I mean, you need only look at Measure C, right? You need, look at the TOT distribution we're doing, that your child does not want to go to perhaps multiracial groups that are doing basketball and football and doing all this other stuff. That's another issue. And that you think they should only go to the YMCA, that's fine. But this community has been taking advantage of multiple recreational, cultural programs that we have funded with TOT, with Measure C, and even with some general fund money. And so, I mean, for you to say that we do not have and have not had recreational programs is just false.
As a point of personal privilege, I have a child. I have a kid in East Palo Alto who I'm raising. You do not have kids. I think there's other people. You have no idea what's going on in this city for people with children. You haven't been to the bathroom at
Of course I have.
You haven't been to the bathroom and been locked out when your kid has to go pee. You don't have kids, Carlos. You don't know what's going on. And when I go to the YMCA and I see little kids,
that gives you the right to unilaterally allocate funding?
What I am talking about, you are bringing in my child.
This is a specious argument.
No, you are the one who brought up my kid.
Specious argument.
As a point of personal privilege, you have absolutely no idea about what the families are going through in East Palo Alto. You don't have any personal responsibilities. You don't, as far as I know, have a dog, a cat. You don't have anything. And now you're bringing my son at the dais. You're bringing up my son who is going to public school. He's a freshman at MA. He speaks Spanish at home. That's what we speak at home, Carlos. You've never changed a diaper at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's not true, but we're not going to go.
You have not.
Through the chair, can you take a short recess, please?
We can do that. But I'd say anybody brings my son up as trying to make a cheap political point, I will respond. And I look around here and I see council members who are not raising families in East Palo Alto. They're not raising kids in EPA. And for you to bring that up is insulting. It just shows entirely who you are.
And for you to marginalize people who do not have children or do not have children in the city, I think it's problematic.
Excuse me, I think we should go into a recess. We need to
Agreed, Madam Mayor.
Thank you.
Agreed.
I'll make a motion that we go to recess.
How about a 5-minute recess?
Thank you.